what's up, guys? I just want to give you all, or whoever is listening, a quick update. So I am going to be taking an extended break from YouTube. I've got a project I've been working on for the past week or so, maybe. I don't know exactly how long, but it pertains to the very first video here on my channel. And essentially what I'm doing is I am wanting to make my own game, and it's going to be inspired by The Fifth Day, the very first video on my channel. And ever since I've played it, it never really sat right with me, because the game had so much potential of what it could have become and the things that it could have done. And to see the game abandoned for 7 years now, it's just so much lost potential. And I want to do something about it. And so it's not going to be a direct rip-off. It's going to be heavily inspired by it, but I'm going to be modeling my own assets, building my own levels. I'm not going to be using any of the resources from that game, but rather using it as a guide. And I've already got a bunch of things figured out. I've already got a bunch of stuff down in writing, a bunch of models in my mind for what I want things to look like. And I've got a lot of expectations for this game. And so that is the end of sort of the important bit of this, is that I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know when I'll be back. I may be posting short little updates on the progress of the game. I don't know what I'll be posting yet, because I want most of it to be secretive. I want to keep the story hidden as much as possible, because I do have what I would think to be a very interesting and compelling story that I don't want sort of leaked out before the game actually comes out, because I want it to be a unique experience. But so that's basically it for this. Now I kind of want to go into some of the details that I want to talk about on it for any that are actually interested about it. So there's probably not going to be any standard videos for quite some time. Anyways, so kind of what I have in my mind and what I have planned is an open world survival game. Ideally, it's going to be much larger in scale than The Fifth Day. It's going to be a Terminator-esque survival, so it's going to have enemy machines and such. And you're going to be the same type of machine, however, story-wise, I'm not going to disclose that yet. That'll be in the beta, because I already have a open beta planned to start designing and building to release, to sort of start getting attention around it. There's also going to be a similar kind of hacking mechanic to The Fifth Day. I think that's what's going to be the most similar between the two games, is the sort of hacking mechanic, because that is what I thought was the most intriguing about that game, was how the hacking was done. It was no cheap, click these buttons in this order, or solve this maze that looks like a circuit board. It had what I would consider the most interesting hacking mechanic of almost any game, even if it was just a simple sort of file directory system. Either way, it was very interesting, and I liked it. So I will be doing something like that. And there will also be world building or base building as well. So it's going to be a bunch of resource management and things like that, as well as a bunch of different weapons and firearms and stuff. I don't know about melee. I think it's mostly going to be firearms. I may do melee later on. I'm not really sure. Anyways, the biggest thing I want to have focused on the game is realism. I want to have everything as realistic as possible, and I want as few things just hand-waved away as video game logic, as few of those as possible. I want everything that happens to have a reason or an explanation. I don't want it to be just because it's a video game. The biggest example I have of that is upgrading your character. So, in most video games, you have skill points that you can use to upgrade your character to unlock special abilities or things like that. And that's just sort of hand-waved away as video game logic, because magical skill points make you stronger, more health, yada yada, things like that. I don't want that. I want it to be more realistic. So, being as you are a machine as well, then that explains that system, because you're able to physically upgrade your body to do whatever you would want. So if you want more health, maybe you upgrade the frame, or you upgrade your sort of outer layer, your skin per se. If you want to have any sort of like night vision or anything, then you upgrade your eyes. You know, just things like that, things that actually make logical sense. And the same thing is going to go for the story. Anything that happens in the story should have some sort of logical sense backing it. And I'll also have a in-depth sort of weapon system where it's not just you pick up a gun and then that's the only way you can use it. There will be different attachments you can use. You'll be able to swap out those attachments for different things, the different types of ammunitions. And also, suppressors will be a thing, but they will be realistic. Because in reality, suppressors do not work the way they do in video games. I'm not going to get in depth on that, but they will be realistic. If you want the most video game aspect of a suppressor, then you'll need to use subsonic ammo with it. And it's just a bunch of different things to get into. But anyways, like I said, I will be doing most all the modeling myself, as well as constructing the game. I've got one other friend helping me with it that may potentially help me with some of the models and the world design and things like that. But mostly I plan on doing as much as I can by myself, or until I get someone credible to be able to help me with. I'm not sure yet. But I do already have a Discord set up for the game if anyone that actually listens to this would like to join and try and maybe keep up with the progress, because I'm still not sure how I'm going to post updates, because it's going to be difficult to post updates on the game, considering as I don't want a lot of the things of the story or too many things of like the enemy designs and things. I don't want too many of those given away, so it's going to be difficult to post updates, but I'll figure that out when I come to it. But anyways, like I said, I've got a Discord where if anybody that's actually interested in this would be able to talk with me and my other friend that's working on it, as well as any sort of inspiration that you may have, or something that you may want to see in it, like some cool design that you've seen that you think will be implemented well in this situation. You know, just different things like that, or just things in general. I'll put the link to the Discord in the description that anybody can join. And hopefully I'll come to some sort of means of sharing my progress without giving away too much information. But that is basically it for now. I have no idea how long this game is going to take, but it's a huge project to undertake, I know, but I want it to be the next Skyrim, basically. And I've already got plans for how to integrate this story into maybe even future games. And there's a bunch there's a lot I want to do with it and get done. I know it's going to take a very long time, but it's something I want to do, and that I want to make it fit my vision. Nothing is horrible of a release to Cyberpunk. I refuse to rush anything. So I don't care if it takes 10 years to develop, I don't know. But I want it to be able to fully meet my own expectations before I release it for anyone else. that's basically, like I said, links in the description if anybody wants to check anything out further. Thank you.